things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, and you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
No, son, never mind.
We don't make mistakes here. We just have happy accidents.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
Welcome to VP4TV. Tonight it's Friday Night 9-Ball with 9-Ball. Don't forget to hit that like button and bell for notifications.
Where's the cue ball going?
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good evening everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. We are here for Friday Night 9-Ball this week. I think we've got more people in, certainly than what we had last week. I think we are one short of a full house. At least we were 5 minutes ago, and we still are. We've got 15 in, so that's a lot better than what we had last week. We've got Steve-O in this week for a change. Bankster, Chase One Around, DJ Redo, Houdini, Jezdev, John Boo, Larry, Linus, LS3, Mooncake, Pie, Semi-Pro, Spectrodon and Stefan. Now, the other things we need to cover here, just while we've got time, the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship sign-ups end up, I think they close on Wednesday when it goes live, Wednesday the 27th at 10 PM UK time, that is. And if we look, there is, I think, 38 signed up, or something like that. There's still 26 seats left, so it's unlikely that's going to fill to 64. But we've got all the usual suspects signed up. There's a number signed up, a few signed up that may well have got hung up in the excitement of it, and they probably won't show. There's names like Hi Guy, never heard of him. Who else have we got? I think there's another couple of names that I've never seen before, and these sort of people maybe eventually don't turn up. In fact, tell a lie, that might be just the one. Most of the other names there I've seen before, so I think that looks not too bad. So there's a lot of good, strong players lined up there. And of course, one other major thing is that the updates that have happened to, particularly obviously the 9-ball rack, there was a final, well, hopefully a final update done yesterday. We're going to obviously get a good idea how things are going tonight watching this. Well, good evening to anybody that's out there. I don't see anybody in the chat. Let me just go to YouTube, see if there's anybody there. There's no chat coming through, unless something's broken. Or it could also be that nobody's actually watching. Let's have a check and see what we have. Well, we're definitely alive. A Blind Hog is there, I noticed. Good evening, or good afternoon. Yeah, the other thing also to mention, how long have we got? Another couple of minutes. We are getting close to the playoff stages in the Winter League that's been up and running. And if we look here, we can see the schedules. We've had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've had 9 weeks so far, and it's week 10 tomorrow afternoon. And we have the Team Philippines against the Tactical Geniuses, and 9-ball shots against the Gamblers. If we look at the event summary so far, the Gamblers had their first defeat last week, which was to the Tactical Geniuses. And Team Philippines, I think, got another win. So they're now 2-7. And 9-ball shots are holding up the rest of the field down there at the bottom. So we've got week 10 tomorrow, and then there's week 11, week 12, and then there's the playoffs. So obviously, the way it's looking at the moment is most certainly going to be the tactical geniuses and the gamblers in the playoffs. No doubt about that. Welcome to Mark. Welcome to Martin. It still happens with the 3-ball. Oh, there's still the 3-ball pattern. Well, Bill said that the other day, but that was before. That was before he done that update yesterday. Good evening to Happy Dolo and anybody else that I've missed. So we'll see if it pops up tonight. We're about a minute away from the brackets going up. I think if we go back to, let me find the bloody thing. We go back to the sign-ups. There's still one spot left, so it's probably not going to be filled. This is probably not the right time for One Pocket Slim because he hasn't been here the last couple of weeks since the time has changed in the tournament for him. He's not been around, so he would have normally maybe played. So there's still that one spot, so there will be one bye. And we should be probably about the best part of a minute probably still to go. So only, 3 or 4 days until the virtual 9-ball World Championships up and running. Obviously, there'll be plenty of matches in that. And I said to Steve, was it yesterday I was talking to him? I said to Steve he should get probably the Cowboy one ready to go when this one starts. He should get the sign-ups open for it because that's another one that's over its anniversary. Right, I think that's about us. We've gone past the hour. The event is active if the rooms just haven't gone up yet. So let's have a look at the bracket. We've got Mooncake against Chase One Around. Chase One Around's getting 6 and out. Larry's up against Stefan. Stefan's getting what looks to be the 8 ball. LS3's playing Houdini. Houdini's getting 6 and out. Bankster is playing Pie. Pie's getting 6 ball. John Boo gets the bye. Steve-O is getting what's that? Is that the 5 ball against Spectre Dawn? So Mark's got it tough. But he's good enough to get to that 5 ball if he's given the chance. And DJ Redo is playing Linus. Linus is getting the 8 ball. And finally, Jezdev is getting 6 and out against Semi-Pro. So I think the match we'll go into will be Larry and Stefan. With that, Stefan getting the 8 ball, he'll either be good or he'll be bad. We don't know. So the rooms are up. Let's get in. Probably they're lagging off. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. Well, Larry's in. Good evening to Cobra. Stefan has just arrived. Larry's on the right hand side. And of course, Friday night 9 balls using the break box. And anybody breaking from the corner of that break box is usually the ones that's going to get this 3 ball pattern to appear. What's Cobra saying 9 ball for? Well, Larry's break is dry. I've got a new 5 litre bottle of water I'm having to break into. I'll just have a quick guzzle. Alright, I've got you now. Good evening. I just thought you were saying random words. A bit like stub. I thought you had stub Tourette's there. When I was doing the second part of my trip into Poland on the Fernbus thing, Stub came in. I think he was surprised to see that it was actually in Poland. He typed a couple of sentences of bullshit and then left. So, Larry's got a problem here. The problem is whether this 9-ball is going to help him or whether it's going to hinder him. Now, he should be glancing off the 9-ball, but he could end up anywhere in the table here off this. Yeah, that's only to be expected. You could never guarantee how that was coming off when it hit the 9-ball. So the Champions League 9-ball pool is on YouTube for anybody that's interested. Jason Shaw was playing there a minute ago before I fired up the stream. I haven't been watching much of it, but I've just caught glimpses. But there's a lot of quality players playing. Larry's went for the reverse bank. He's got it. Now, is that 9-ball gone past? Yes, it has. And of course, this is Larry doing all the hard work at the moment, and if he makes a mistake, Stefan should be ready to pounce. Well, he's got into the cue ball, held it well. So 7-ball right in the middle of the table, and there's a pocket for it anywhere in the table, so he's bound to have a shot somewhere. Well, he might just stun back off this, or he might just run through the rail, whatever he's happy with going forward. I mean, in fact, he might have too much angle looking at that from here. Hang on a minute. Yeah, he had to go to the short rail first. Now, he's got to come down this end to get the 9-ball into the side. He doesn't want to be playing any sort of angle and try and cut that. So a good start for Larry. Of course, it was on his own break. My ball goes in. Well, the balls have spread pretty well so far. That 2-ball locked up behind the 9. No shot in the 1. Well, this is a touchy little shot. I mean, you can cut and pot the 1. You've just got to stop the cue ball running too far up the table. You can cut the 3. But he's trying to duck, and he's ducked into the pocket. Not a great shot. I'm surprised he didn't play the pot. I mean, to me, the pot was on, and you had a strong chance of having a shot in that 2-ball if you just dropped the 1 ball in. I don't know why he decided he wanted to duck, because Larry's only going to do what Stefan should have done there. Got himself into the table like that and left himself the cut in the 2. So it was a bit of a strange choice of shot. And of course it wasn't executed very well, because he ends up giving up ball in hand. Well, this is going to be probably a straight stun. To avoid the 9-ball, he's got to stun onto the short rail, I would think. Anywhere down the middle of the table, he's going to have a shot in the 4. He needs to go off the rail. Yeah, that's just a wee bit ugly where it's sitting. because obviously now the 6 ball doesn't go up past the 7, and so he's got to play a shot to get on this 6. He doesn't want to be drawn into it, and he's trying to get up the table high enough, and that'll do it. That's exactly where you want to be. I'm just looking at YouTube, and the stuff that Cobra has said is not coming through from Twitch onto YouTube for some strange reason. So the mistake from Stefan is going to cost him this second rack. Goes dry. Stefan's got a thin cut on the 1. He needs to bump something here. Like that 3 ball would be handy. Now he's got a 2-6 combo. The 6 is slightly off the rail. This should be reasonably good, but he's hit it way too hard. He didn't need to hit that as hard as that. 2 balls now gone wild. He's having to try and duck. Well, Larry can try and duck behind the 4 or head up country, but he's going up into an open space up the top of the table if he's doing that. Good evening to Coldest Pillow. Yeah, I'm eventually going to be doing that. I'm eventually going to get rid of Twitch. I don't really manage anything on Twitch. I don't manage the videos. I don't go in and save them. It deletes them automatically. So I don't really maintain it very well at all, Twitch. I thought that was going to brush in off the 9 there. No, it's too much hassle. It's too much hassle to be doing that. It's much easier on YouTube where it saves the video anyway. You don't have to do anything like that. And you know what? That's where I started streaming in the first place back in 2007. It was, in actual fact, I tell a lie. It was Justin TV, which I think that was what Twitch was before it changed to Twitch. I had a channel on Justin TV, I think it was, at one time for a short while. And then I had one on, I can't remember, was it Ustream or something? I had a channel on that site for a little while, but then I got rid of them both and got signed up to YouTube. YouTube goes back to 2007. I've got videos on there that go right back to, I'm sure, about 2007. I think the very first video I uploaded was it was off the PS3. It was a pool game. I can't remember the name of the game. Well, Larry's going comfortably at the moment. 2 racks to 0, soon to be 3. Oh, look who's arrived in the room. So Larry's off quite comfortably, under no pressure at the moment. Balls are flying in the break. The 1 and 2 is certainly gone, and the 3. Good evening to Hair Pig, or good afternoon. Well, this is a touchy shot in this 4 ball. I mean, could he play this with any assurity that he's not going to scratch? He's got to be careful. Oh, no, he's probably going to go all out for the cut. Cue ball running loose. Is that what it showed on YouTube? The first video is 2010? No, that's not right. It goes back to 2007. At least I thought it did. It certainly, it's what the hell was it? Pure Pool or something? That was the very first video uploaded. I can't remember when I did my first live stream. I can't remember that. But that was a video that I uploaded. Larry's still at the table. It's getting tough. Aye, Hustle Kings. Was it 2010? I thought it a YouTube account, or maybe it was a Google account. Maybe that's where I get mixed up. Because now Google and YouTube are all the one and the same thing. It might be that I mixed myself up with. Anyway, I've been going that amount of years and I've still only got 600 odd subscribers and I'm still way short of 1,000. Well, has Stefan actually had a shot yet since we've been watching this? I think he maybe had 1 shot in the first rack, did he? Or did he not? I can't remember. It's that long ago. But he's not had a sniff so far. And the balls are still spreading pretty well. I think that might be dry though, was it? Yeah. So Stefan, well, he's got a shot. I don't know whether he's going to do much with it. He may well try and cut this back across. No, he's trying to cut it in the side. And of course, cue ball going all over the place. Difficult pot the 2 to follow. Now again, if he just plays this pocket weight, he'll keep the cue ball sort of up that end. No, but that's not pocket weight. Although he's came down far enough. Now this should just be a little stun up now for the 4. He hasn't got there far enough. So it's all going to be a struggle. And that will be Stefan's chance come and gone in this rack. Let's have a quick update and see how things are going. Well, Mooncake's 4-1 up against Chase 1 around, giving him a heavy handicap as well. We've seen what's happening in this match. LS3 is 2 apiece with Houdini. Houdini getting 6 and out. It's 1 apiece with Bankster. Sorry, tell her that. It's not. It's 3-1 to Pie against Bankster. Pie getting the 6 ball. John moves through. Steve-O is 3 apiece with Spectre Dawn. Steve-O getting the 5 ball. And DJ Redo 2 apiece for Linus. And finally, Semi-Pros 4-1 up against Jezdev. Jezdev getting 6 and out. And Larry about to go 5-0 in front here. Just let this cue ball roll out slightly. Good evening to Bedhead. There's something up with the chat tonight. It's not coming through on my phone certainly. Good evening to Coldest Pillow. I've just noticed. There's something going funny here. Let me just shut that down, see if it maybe needs a refresh or whatever. Try that. Well, according to this, the last thing that was said was cold as pillow. But I'm looking at stuff that Martin's saying here, and I mean, that's coming through in Twitch, but it's not coming through restream onto YouTube for some strange reason. Meanwhile, Larry's still at the table. Well, dodgy cut in the 4, so he's just got to get the pace right in this, so that he doesn't come back across the table too far. At least if he does, he comes back out into the table a bit. He's going to go too far. She's now gone way inside the 5. That had to go to the rail and back out. Give it there. So Stefan better get ready. He might be getting a chance here. And there you go. Although again, he's come to the table and he's not getting an easy start here at all, Stefan. Well, he's banked to 5, but he can't get to the potting angle of that 6. I don't think. He's trying to twist it a wee bit. I don't know whether that'll get there. It looks as if it has. That was well played. I think it was legal. Oh dear. Well, again, that's a chance come and gone. You've just got to put these things away when you get the chance. You can't be hoping to get 2 and 3 opportunities in a rack, Stefan. It ain't going to happen. Plenty of room for the 8 ball. So it's looking even more comfortable for Larry. I think that's dry again. It's dry, and once again, Stefan just cannot get a comfortable start. He's always been awkward when he has had a shot. He's had nothing that's easy, and that's terrible. That ain't going to get there. So, Larry could get a wee bit crazy here if he wants to. I don't know whether, I mean, the 4 is way too tight to that 5 ball for comfort. And he could give it a bump and still hopefully have a shot in the 2. He might take that risk. And he has done, and that's worked out pretty well. Can drop this into the side and drop up for the 3. So all is looking very straightforward here for Larry. He just has to be, he's either going to go into a tight gap to get onto that 6, like that gap there, or he'll cut the 5 and come out here for the 6, so that he's got a cut in the 6 that way. He's got to decide on what he's going to do. Watch the cue ball, that's heading south, is it? No. Well, you see now he's gone too straight. And he's just going to try and draw out into the gap, and that's well done. He just had enough angle he could pinch there. He's left that a wee bit short. He would have liked to have been straighter on this. And that, well, that used all of the pocket and most of the rail as well. And Semi-Pro's first off the map with a 7-2 win against Jesdev. And Larry is just about to finish off Stefan. And that 9 ball is off the rail. So I think what we want to do is we want to dash out of this room and have a, what the hell's going on in the chat there? Froggy with all the question marks. Right. Let's go in and join that Steve-O Spectre Dawn match. Steve-O getting a 5-ball. He's 4 apiece with Spectre Dawn at the moment. And he has to hope, well, I think he's got lucky there. He's got lucky there with the knuckle. Or has he? Maybe not. Well, Spectre Dawn, I don't think, he can't get to the pot angle. He's going to try and cross this over. No, he's not. He's trying to duck. Oh, he's going to leave an edge. And Spectre Dawn could be in trouble in a minute here if Mark can get this. If he can get this thin enough and come around the corner and over this side. And that will do. And of course, that 5-ball is Mark's money ball. So Spectre Dawn cannot leave a sniff at this. Oh, he's going to get lucky again, I think. Well, that will cut up the table, so he's got to have a go at it. It will go. And that's going in. So Steve-O has the break and a 5-4 lead. And I think that's dry. But look at this table. I mean, the 1-ball's tight enough as it is with a thin cut. And as long as the cue ball doesn't bump something and go awkward, he should still have a shot in the 2. Oh dear. Well, the playlist for it is on my YouTube channel, but I can't remember. The final will be the last one in the list on the playlist for that tournament. Or was it Albie? Right, well, Spectre Dawn having to kick. Or what does he think he can do here? He can't get enough of the 3. He's cutting that into the 6. And he's trying to play the combo, and that is very well done. But no shot though. So needs to get this wafer thin. And again, he needs to just avoid running into the 8-ball if he can. Get this cue ball right down the table. Well, he hasn't avoided the 9. And Mark's got more of a problem because he can go thin off either side of this ball, but he's got to really get it really thin. And again, there's a good path behind the 5 to get up the table. The slight worry, well, he's actually missed it on the way up. That might actually be a good thing. It might actually, and of course he hasn't hit a rail, so it's ball in hand now. Nothing went to a rail after he hit that 3-ball, so that makes it life a lot easier for Spectre Dawn. So the 9-ball's not tight in the rail. I don't think it is anyway. Let's have a look. Tell you what though, it ain't far off it. It's not frozen, it's about a millimetre off that rail, so he's got to get good in this 9-ball. Well, so it's not guaranteed this, but he's played that well. That's as good as you could expect with ball in hand and sticking it right there for that 9-ball. That was perfect. So we're back all square. Spectre Dawn breaking off. in rack number 11. And I think the 3 ball went. Three ball is gone. 1 ball has a pocket. And is that 7 ball? Is it tight as well? No, it isn't. It's pretty good. Of course, the other thing with this 4 ball is whether you can play the 4 ball clean and avoid running into the 6, because you just never know what's going to happen with the cue ball. Now, he's probably just going to stop that there. I think it's a bit straight. Yeah, and of course the other problem is he's stuck himself to the bottom cushion as well. So he just, I mean, if he rolls through, he's going to hook himself behind the 9. Simple as that. He's going to have to jack up and dig back. Well, is he jacking up? Again, I don't think he set himself very well there, Spectre Don. I think he rushed that at the end of it. And he ended up hooking himself in the 5. So Mark's going to have to stun off the rail, come across, and he will be on the hill. Yeah, I just think he didn't really set himself very long there with that shot. And look at where the 9 ball's gone. The brake's dry. And not a gimme, this 1 ball. But if he gets it, and he gets anyone good on this 2 ball, he could be looking at the 2-9, get this rack over quickly. And that looks pretty good. Very well controlled. There's a result come through. Houdini's beaten LS3. So the handicaps work there. LS3 over to the 1 loss side. Final rack decider here in this match. Spectre Dawn breaking. And this looks dry again. And no evidence of this 3 ball pattern so far tonight. He's maybe reduced the likelihood of it happening. So Spectre Dawn dry. Mark with a shot in the 1. Now this just needs a little kill shot for the 3 into the side. Oh, poor Mark's been lonely in the lobby without you, Chimpy. Well, that's actually pretty good what he's done there. He's actually gone through and left it up into the corner, so now he can just drop through for the 4 into the other side. Now, again, a little dinky draw off this 4 ball. Make sure you come away from the 7. And you've got a 5 ball for the match. You see, he hasn't done it. You see, that the little voice in your head tells you to get right into that cue ball and make sure that you're coming well off that 7 ball. And what does he do? He doesn't hit it. He comes straight into the 7 ball. You've got to hit it and get that 7 ball out of the way, and more importantly, get that little bit of fizz into the cue ball. And that's his chance probably gone. Right there with that. He had Spectre Dawn in his pocket there. And Spectre Dawn now with the thin cut in the 5. Oh, Mark's been coming into the lobby every night and had a look around. Nobody there. No ladder matches, and then he goes away. Mooncake has taken down Chase 1 around, 7 racks to 3. And where's this cue ball going? Oh, well, Mark's got a chance here. That 7 ball looks a bit long to be jumping over. We'll soon find out. No, he's got it. Well, this is not an easy 7 ball. But Mark was one good shot off of taking Spectre Dawn down. And I could see that problem coming with that, where that 7 ball was sitting. You had to get the fizz into the cue ball to get it reacting and make sure you were pushing it well out the way. But he didn't do it enough, didn't get into it enough, and only pushed it into line and hooked himself. I don't think he'll come any closer than that to taking Spectre Dawn down. But Spectre Dawn goes through, 7 racks to 6. Mark moves over to that 1 loss side. So with loads of results through. And let's have a quick update. Let's get this thing refreshed a bit. Right, so top to bottom, we've got Mooncake now playing Larry in round 2. They've just started. We've got Houdini against Bankster in round 2. We've got John Boo now up against Spectre Dawn. We've got Linus playing semi-pro. Linus is getting 7 and out, and he's 1-0 up. So let's go into that match. And semi-pro with a cut and a 3 ball into the side. But the cue ball has gone behind the 8. Now Linus, when he's around, normally plays a bit of cowboy with us on when I'm up in my days off. I've never really seen him play 9 ball. So semi-pro gets the jump, and again, these are opportunities that players that are getting a handicap must take. First opportunity you get, but that's not going to be any good. What he didn't want to do was land right on top of the 5. And that's not going to be any good either, because he was trying to be cute with an angle that wasn't really conducive to running in behind the 9, and ended up just teeing it up for a semi-pro. So semi-pro's got a wee bit off the hook there. So 1 apiece. Semi-pro's not breaking from the corner. Well, that 6 ball was going in. The 1 ball came out and then got kicked in by the 2. And we've got, I think, the 5 ball ducking up behind the 8 ball here, but the 5 ball does go. I don't know that this is exactly ideal on the 3 ball either. I mean, it will cut, and he's just got to try and get around and out with a decent angle on this 4, and that's pretty good. Now, I think he's got to try and come down this side. I don't think he wants to really come over this side for the 5. Got to miss the knuckle. Oh dear, he didn't get into the cue ball enough. That's how that ended up happening. He didn't get into it enough. He needed to stun that a bit firmer. And he just tried to get the spin working. And, of course, caught the knuckle. And into the pocket it went. So, Linus getting 7 and out. His first task is to avoid the 7 and get down to have half a chance at this 6-9 combo. Now, he's still got a chance. And that'll be that chance gone unless he can get the hook, which he has done. So he's the roll of the ball there. Well, he's just got 2 balls to pot. This 6 ball. Now the 7 ball, if he can just hold the line, which he has done, will give him the lead. Right, now, quick look at what's happened the one-loss side. We've got DJ Redo against Yesdev. DJ Redo's 2-0 up. And we've got a couple other matches. Chase one around and Stefan. Chase one around getting 6 and out. They've just started. LS3's 1 apiece with Pi. Pi's getting 7 and out though, and they're only races to 4, remember, so anything can happen. The push out called, and this table is there for the running out. Now I think that one cuts into the side. Well, you'd have. Well, it's not past the 50-yard line, but it will certainly cut in. Cue ball's going to run loose. It might catch the 8, or it might go in the gap. Well, it's caught the 8. Now you need a roll of the ball to have a sight in this too, and he can at least see it. And again, although there's nothing down this end of the table, he's got a good chance of. Well, he's went all out for the pot. So, Linus is going to, hopefully for his sake, run into the gap. He's put spin on it and he's ended up down in the corner. Well, it's 100% on the pot. He's bound to have a shot in the 4 unless he hooks himself behind something. And he didn't really play that very convincingly, did he? You've got to go for it 100%. Well, this time Semi-Pro's got the table at his mercy. He just needs to drop through. Even if he runs and bumps into the 8 ball, I don't know whether the angle will allow him to do that, but he certainly just wants to be. Well, he's come back the other way to make sure he's going to see the 5, and he'll have the angle to get out. Well, that's. I mean, it's awkward. It's not comfortable. But again, he's held it well, played it well, controlled it well. And it's all simple now to square the match. So we'll give him those 2. Quick updates. Mooncake is 3-1 up against Larry. And of course, Mooncake, I think, is getting the 8 ball. That's still not clear enough for my eyes. Houdini's 1 apiece with Bankster. John Boo's 2-1 down against Spectre Dawn. John Boo getting the 6 ball. And then, of course, what's happening in this match at the moment. And I think a ball has gone in. The 4's gone. And a shot in the 1 for Semi-Pro. And it could well be a 3-9 combo. but there's still plenty of room to get to that 3 to play it down into this bottom left-hand corner. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's what he's probably going to do. He's just going to draw back off this 2. He needs to get this flush, though. Yeah, and that's what happens when you're digging down. And, you know, when you're digging down to play the draw, as soon as there's a slight tweak in that cue ball at that pace, and those balls hit the jaws, they're going to just rattle and hang up. And that's a pretty good shot by Linus. Now, can he follow it up with a 3-9 combo? Now, this is not difficult. You know, this is just give it a nice weight to give it every chance for that 9 ball to get in. And all you're doing is aiming for a spot on the rail where that 3 ball's just going to cut into the 9. It's not difficult. Welcome to Run Out Rob. And that was the right pace to give it every chance to go in. So Linus goes back into the lead. I think the 3 ball has gone again. And I don't think he's got a shot in the 1. I think he's hooked by the 5. Now, not really many places you could play a push out here where you're not leaving some kind of shot. I mean, if you come down here, you're probably asking to be put in trouble. And that's exactly what's going to happen. He's just walked straight into his own crap here. He's going to regret that. In fact, has he left a shot in the 1? The 1 actually goes. That's even poorer than I thought it was. That's a terrible push out. And that's one thing you cannot do, is play a push out where you're just teed it up for the guy. And, well, it's just a simple roll in, leave himself some sort of slight angle in this 6 ball. Well, he's got a slight angle, so he can give it a good stun if he wants, but he's able to roll through in the short side. Always dodgy these stun shots at distance in this setup with these tables. Now that almost got ugly there. It almost got ugly. We should be back all square again here. 3 all. Time for a little look at what's happening. Mooncake with a 5-2 lead now against Larry in the round 2 match. Houdini all square with Bankster 2 apiece. John Boo, Spectre Don's now 4-1 in front in that match. DG Redo in the 1 lost side is 3-0 up against Yezdev. Chase 1 around, and Stefan's 2-1 up. Now you notice how that 1 there is outside the bracket. That's a little bug. The 1's not in next to Chase 1 around's name. It should be in the little window, and it's actually lying down below it. So there's a bug for Steve to look at. And LS3 is, that's going into a final rack decider there with Pie, 3 apiece. And DG Redo has finished off Jezdev for this week's tournament, 4 racks to 0. LS3's hanging on by the skin of her teeth in that 1 lost side match. The result on that should be through any minute. Well, a wee bit more pace on it. Oh, that's handy. That's extremely handy. Oh, but he's run out of gas. So Semi-Pro just going to tidy up what's left here. It's got to get up past that side pocket. Oh, wrong button. And LS3 has survived. She's come through by 4 ranks to 3 against Pi. So she can breathe again. And meanwhile, Semi-Pro now with the lead, I think has come up dry again. Now, here is a table for Linus just to get his thoughts together here. First problem is the 2 ball. Now, if he dinks back off the 1, he can take care of the 2 ball. Sad about Kate. What are you talking about, coldest pillow? Oh dear. What's happened? What Kate we talking about? Princess Catherine, what's happened? What, is that them finally revealing? Has this finally been announced? Mind you, the Sun newspaper's been all over it for the last few days, I think. Well, the thing is, you know, they might be in the royal family one way or another, whether it be by blood or by marriage, but they're not. You know, at the end of the day, they're human beings. I'm sure all the tens of thousands of normal human beings in this country have got more worries than to worry about her condition, because they're not going to get as good a treatment as she'll be getting. That's one thing that's guaranteed. Everything she'll be getting will be done in the private. She'll be well looked after. Right, so we're back 4-all. Linus's break, I think, has come up dry. So we've seen a fair few dry breaks tonight. Well, Semi-Pro's going all out for it. Now, Linus has a bedhead cut in this 2-ball. And a shot in the 3, a shot in the 4. I mean, this table is there to get to that 7-ball. So everything out in the open here. Now, I would like to come back about a foot or more off this 4-ball. I wouldn't juice it up as much as that, because you might end up too straight. Yeah, Matt, I think, was playing him at snooker, and I think he had a moan as well because Matt won a frame. The world's against him. So Linus has got everything done right in this rack and now has the lead. But I get, oh, that 2-ball. Well, I thought the 2-ball was going to go, but once again it's dry. And the 1-ball has gone safe. I think it's pretty tight to the rail, but it will bang. Semi-pro, not interested, but he's done pretty well there. I think he's got the edge covered. Linus giving a jump. Semi-pro's going to have a shot this time. So he's got to avoid running into anything here. He's run into the 5, and that's made it more awkward. He might live to regret that. I mean, he can leave a cut. I mean, in fact, you can't even leave a comfortable cut in that 5-ball. He's trying to get below it, and now it's suddenly got more difficult. And that's a terrible shot. That is awful. Well, if Linus could nail this 5-ball, he's got to watch he doesn't stun this in firm and scratch the side pocket. He's just got to let this open out. So this is a crucial one. And he's got to watch he doesn't hook himself behind the 9. It needs to keep running, and that's a very good pace. So just a pretty straight in 7-ball to get to the hill. Right, well, it's all in your hand, Linus. Now let's have a ball in the break this time, for God's sake, because I mean we've seen far too many dry breaks tonight. 2 balls gone. 4 balls gone. There's not really a simple shot in the window. Let's have a look. But again, I know what I'd be doing. I'd be overcutting that to the long rail, sending it to the short rail and ducking down table. Or if I'm going to do that, I've got to get it to a rail. Oh, again, he's trying to be cute. The easiest shot was that I was talking about. Overcut the one that direction, send it there, run to the rail, down here and down here. That was a safe shot, because the chances are you were going to get covered behind them and covered behind that, one way or another. And that was not the right shot choice, especially when you can't rely on your control and rolling up to that. And Linus might be getting a bit nervy. But Semi-Pro's not exactly in perfect position here either. Now, if he starts pushing the boat out here and going for crazy stuff, I mean, he's got a perfectly good shot here to play a safety. He's gone all out for the bang. And this is just going to play into Linus's hands if he can see that 5. And Semi-Pro can consider himself lucky that he didn't leave him a shot, or this match could have been over. And that's not going to be any good. So, how's this going to run off this 8-ball? Because I think the cue ball's going to catch something here. Oh, he's just skimmed it. Again, this is not 100% certainty. Chase one around's taken out Stefan in the final rack. And that's why they aren't easy, those shots. Now this time, Linus has got the shot. This for the match. Roll in the 6. You're on the 7. You've nothing else to do. So, if the mistakes are made and the other guy getting the handicap can string a couple of balls together, this is how you get a result. Oh dear goodness me. I mean, all he had to do was roll it in with a bit of pace. Not dead weight. Oh dear. Oh dear, Linus. Again, we saw how Steve-O earlier on had Spectre Dawn in his pocket and then didn't get there, and we're going to see Linus do the same thing here, I think. A stone wall match ball, and he rattles into the jaws, and Semi-Pro almost scratched there. And the 1, the 2, and the 5 have gone. He's playing the push out. Now, was that a wise move to move the 9 ball off that rail? Because Linus can reverse bank this 3 ball, and it's got a clean path to get into that top corner pocket. And there you go. I don't know that that was a wise move to move that 9 ball there. And now Linus is the wrong side of the 4. So you've just got to nick back off the 4 and leave the cut in the 6. He's looking and overthinking this. That's all he had to do there is that. And now this is just a gentle dink and roll that in, and you're on the 7. Now, this again, gentle dink, and in it goes. And finally, Linus gets the job done, albeit a rack later than it should have been. But it's a 7-5 win to Linus. And the nerves were showing, but he got it done. And Larry has survived as well with a 7-5 win over Mooncake. Now that's a good result for Larry, because I'm sure Mooncake was like 5-2 up or something against Larry. So Larry's had a good comeback in that match. So let's get an update here. That match is just about to update. That hasn't updated yet, but it will in a second. Larry's gone through. And we've got Houdini and Bankster. Houdini's 5-3 up, I think it is. And Spectre Dawn is now about to play Linus, and Linus is getting 7 and out again against Spectre Dawn. Meanwhile, on the one lost side, LS3 is 2-0 down to John Boo. Let's get in there. And she's not sitting pretty on this 7 ball either. John Boo getting the 6 ball in this match. I haven't paid any interest whatsoever. I don't know anything about the story about this England shut bullshit. Mainly because I'm not interested. I think that answers that. I couldn't give 2 shot, if you know what I mean. I don't know what it's about, and I've got absolutely no care in the world about anything about an English shut. You were moaning the other day when you were playing MC Clarkey, because he was talking to me. You were moaning and moaning and moaning about how the world was against you and how you lost a famous snooker. In fact, he's beginning to sound more and more like Apollon every day. Because that's what Apollon used to be like. You know, he would win and win and win and win frames and frames and frames of snooker, and then when he lost one, the world was against him. Right, so LS3 is off the mark in this short race to 4, trying to survive the rest of the night in the one-loss side. She's looking good at the moment to be square in the match. But these races to 4 are nervy, especially when you're given a 6 ball, and this needs to run. Didn't need the collision with the 6, so this will just be a kill shot for the 7 into the side. But I think you need an angle. I think you've got to watch here, because that's not the angle you want. It's the wrong angle, and you're heading up table big time here. And you've got to watch you don't fire this up with loads of top and then go straight through and into that corner pocket, because crazy stuff like that can happen with this shot. And that's why she's just letting it roll out. But now it's ended up being a cut at distance. Now all you have to do is just come back down into the bottom half of the table here. You don't have to get cute, you just have to let the cue ball run out. Honolulu isn't happening. I don't know that we've had a proper explanation. I'll say that again. I don't know that we're going to get a proper explanation as to why it won't work with the NRT setup. I don't know what the issue was. But going by the dates, we're looking at Cowboy being the next one. Really, it should be the snooker, because the snooker's coming up in April. But Cowboy should be before it. If it was me that was running the show, it'd be the snooker, so that it runs at the same time as the proper World Championship does. Because that's how I always try to do it. But we're getting overloaded with tournaments, and the Cowboy one should be. It should be open for sign-ups by the time this 9-ball World Championship starts. Right, so 2 racks apiece. John Boo just needs to get to the 6 ball. He's good on the 3. He'll be good on the 4. And as long as he gets straightish on this 5 ball, it'll just be a drop in for the 6. That needs to keep running though. I think he's okay. I think that's fine. Just a roll straight through. Oh, has he hit it? Yes, he has. So John Boo's going to be breaking for the match. The Cowboy, I think if I remember rightly, we'd set the final to a lot higher than it turned out. We reduced it, and that was probably good enough. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I don't know that it was. I don't think that the winner's side was the best of 3. I think Cowboy was like the first to 4 or something like that. But hang on. Might as well go and bloody well look at it and find out then. 2023. In fact, was it 2022? I don't see Cowboy there. I'm looking and looking, and I don't see it. So, that's why it's past its. It's definitely past its anniversary. It must be 2022. There it is there. It started on Friday, November the 18th, 2022. And it ended up being, and John Bush sent LS3 home. It ended up being double elimination, race to 3. Loser's side was a race to 3, and the final was a race to 4. That was about right. Yeah, so it was the first to 3 racks in that format, which worked pretty well at the end of it. Now, where are we? Friday Night 9-ball bracket. So LS3 has been beaten. John Boo marches on. Chase won a round in semi-pro are playing, and Chase won a round, and now his number's still showing below there, and he's 2-1 up against semi-pro, getting 5 and out. Now, meanwhile, Larry's waiting on the winner of Houdini and Bankster. Spectre Dawn is 2-1 in front against Linus. And down in the bottom, DJ Redo and Mooncake are 1 apiece. So there's no other matches happening apart from that one up top with semi-pro. Let's go into that. Now you're asking, yeah, I can't remember. Was it Cobra that won it? Who the hell won that? I'm going to have to go and check again. No, I don't. I need to go to support stats, don't I? Stats and champions. 2022. Where the hell is it? November. We're looking for November. Cowboy. Cobra won it. There you go. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. Oh, where the hell am I going here? You've got me going all over the place. Bracket. Right, let's get down to business here. Yeah, Cobra will be looking forward to defending his title. He enjoyed the Cowboy. Nine balls off the rail, so it will be 2 apiece in a minute. Chase won a round. Oh, you know, there are certain players in the game who just seem that they want to have a good time. He's one of these players that seems to be, and this is how it comes across to me, that he's one of these players that likes to have a good time but doesn't want to. I don't think he wants to get into a great deal of detail about learning to improve his game. That's how it comes across to me. I could be wrong in that, but not that I've seen him playing a lot, but it always gives me the impression that that's the way things are. The semi-pros now get a table, he should be running out blindfolded. Five ball goes comfortably past the 6, as does the 3 ball. Oh, just a stop shot. Semi-pro will be breaking for the match. Balls have gone in. Again, no sign of this 3-ball pattern break tonight. The balls are broken very well, predominantly very well, with a fair percentage of dry breaks as well. Now that one's broken pretty good, but I don't know that Semi-Pro can actually get enough of the 1-ball. No, he can't. I think it will cut across past the 5 though. He's had a go at it. Now, here's a shot for chase 1 around. The 1-ball will cut. The cue ball's coming back down the table. He will have a shot in the 4. No doubt about that. But how good is he at judging the pace at this distance? Well, he's had a bump. And this 4-ball's sitting good off the rail to play the reverse bank on this 4 into the side. This is a pretty good bank. He's overdone it. And he's not going to get a roll of the ball. So, 1 good shot in the 4. And that should be it for Semi-Pro. Now, does he just dink through for the 7 on the side? He's got to go low enough so that it's comfortable to get good. See, he's not went low enough in the 7. So I don't know whether he's going to go across with a bit of right English to try and come up above the 9, or whether he's just going to play the draw. Now that needs to keep running. He's judged that well. That was very well done. So game, set and match to Semi-Pro unless he has a mental breakdown on this 9-ball. This is unmissable. So he survives by 4 racks to 2. So quick update here on what's happening. Winner's side, Larry is given Houdini 6 and out, and Houdini's already 1-0 up. Spectre Dawn is 4-3 in front against Linus. I think, looking at this bloody thing bugs me, this bracket. I can't stand this. Carry on. Right. DJ Redo Mooncake. Let's go into that. Mooncake's just got ball in hand right now. He's 3-2 up. And the problem ball is that 4-ball. That's a big problem. I mean, if the cue ball was here, you can cut that 4 up into the corner pocket. There's no doubt about it. I think. I mean, it's tightish, but he's tried to do some sort of miracle shot with the cue ball there. DJ Redo's in a worse situation. He's not really got a good shot in the 2. And he's just decided to have a pop. Now what do you do here? I mean, this is... Is that cut? That was very well done. That's an excellent shot by Mooncake. I didn't even look to see if that cut. Well, anywhere down this end of the table, he'll have a shot in the 6, but he's managed to hold it for the 6 on the side, so he's going for the jugular here. Oh dear. That's not going for the jugular. He's overhit that by a mile. Get into it too much. And that's going to the rail too soon, but he's going to get away with it. So, Mooncake has had a lucky roll. Bit too much adrenaline in that draw shot that he played. Oh, what a shot by DJ Redo. Shot of the night. Shot of the night. And the only thing I never noticed is that this is a scratch match. So, couple of balls to take this all the way. So, breaking for the match. Oh, that 9 ball, look where it's sitting. The break's dry, and Mooncake, if he can pot this one and get this 2 ball over to the left hand side, he'll have a chance of constructing a combo. The 9 ball's not right over the pocket, it's more down the rail, yeah, than it is over the pocket. But if he can get there or thereabouts, he might be able to manufacture it. And I don't think he could ask for much better. I mean, he's got to have a go at it. He's got to just nip that in the edge. And he actually pushed it onto the rail first, so it wasn't an easy shot. And DJ Redo, how's he looking? Well, 2 balls straight up the table. He'll be right behind the 3. And, oh, he's pushed it into the 3. Well, a good result for Steve-O. He survived against Bankster. A 4 racks to 0 win. Mooncake loads of English in the cue ball so that he would straighten off the rail and bump the 5. Little stun in the 3 or a little draw back. He's got to be careful with the draw. He's done it fine. Well, this is the one that will win it. Getting good on the 6, and he's overcut the 5. Pressure shot. In fact, look where he ended up in the 6. Nowhere. So everything about that shot went wrong. But he still might have another go here because he's left DJ Redo with nothing. Well, the cue ball's not tight and it's not a difficult kick on the 5. And we saw what DJ Redo did in the previous rack. Mooncake's not looking at that, he's just looking at jumping to get the hit, but at the end of it, he's just going to tee up the 5 ball here. Now, obviously, when you pot the 5, the cue ball's coming this way. You've got to play it so that you're leaving the combo, but he's gone under the 6. I don't know, that was part of the plan. And now he's got nothing. He's got a very dodgy shot into the side. Very dodgy. Oh, that's a cracking shot. That was very well done. Well, he's come up with a couple of good shots tonight, DJ Redo. Okay, the kick in was, you know, it could always happen in that previous rack or the other rack. But he's played a couple of decent shots here. And a couple more, and he'll be through. And we'll give him that 9 ball. He ain't missing that. Right, so good result for DJ Redo. He takes out Mooncake. by 4 racks to 3. Good evening to Tommy. The virtual 9-ball World Championship starts on Wednesday. There's still plenty of seats left. 38 in, I think. Right, so DJ Redo's gone through. He's now going to play Steve-O in that race to 4. We've got Semi-Pro and John Boo playing, and John Boo 3-0 up. Let's dive in there. Semi-Pro's in dire straits here. In fact, this might have... Oh no, we've got in. So John Boo getting the 5-ball. And he's trying to duck, but he hasn't got there. That could have had Semi-Pro in a lot of trouble. And just the odd sign that the toys might be coming out of the pram. But he's got a roll of the ball. And that was nicely played by John Boo. So Bedhead cutting the 2. This cue ball bumps the 5. Now, what does he want to try here? He's gone for the bank, and it's gone in, but the cue ball's gone dead. Now, I think he ain't banking this. He's just trying to keep it tight. Well, this is the challenge for Semi-Pro, to get himself out a hole here, but he's not helping himself doing that. The challenge is just to try and dig in. John Boo had a go at the 4-5 combo, doesn't get it. Semi-Pro's got the rack at his mercy now to get off the mark. And he's definitely lost the plot. And he's hooked himself to 6. That's what you get for having a pop. And the cue ball's going to go as well. I think, no, it hasn't. Well, I think the least said about that, the better. Let's see how things are doing elsewhere. We've got, let's catch up. What's happening here? We've got Larry 2-1 up against Houdini. We've got Spectre Don has just gone through against Linus, 7 racks to 4. So I think we'll go in and we will catch this match with Steve-O and DJ Redo. Steve-O and DJ Redo played a scratch match, race to 4. Well, Mark tried the combo, doesn't get it, but he's got second prize, big time. And confirmation of the result there. A good 4-0 win for John Boo against Semi-Pro. Thin. Well, that's ended up very nice behind the 8-ball. I think it's the 8-ball. No, it's the 4-ball. I keep getting that wrong. DJ Redo has a blast. 1 ball's in play, but it's not exactly perfect. Good shot. So anywhere up in the middle of the table, preferably over on the left hand side. And he's dinked it and forgot about the pot. And again, he's sort of got a little roll there because he's left it really awkward for DJ Redo with this 8-ball. And, well, it's gone far enough that it ain't going to cut, but the cutback bank on the 2 is well on. And the cue ball's heading up table for the 4-ball into the same pocket here if he can get this. And in it goes. Now he needs to just get a bump to slow this cue ball up, and that's perfect. So just a stopper for the 5-ball into the side. Now he's gone top side, so now he's running around angles here. He's got to get this cue ball running, and he needs to miss the 6, and he hasn't hit it enough. He has not hit it. I mean, that needed to run up to like there, so he had the shot the 6. He's underhit it. Now, well, that's not easy. That looks fairly tight to the rail. This 6-ball. And it definitely is at that distance. So easy to just nudge it off the rail like that. And now Mark's got a gimme. He's got a straightforward enough 6. If he gets a good line in the 7, he'll just be playing a stop shot. Just stop that cue ball, or come back an inch or 2 if he can. Because it's all about making your life easy. And this will be easy enough. Just a straightforward roll into the side, let the cue ball run up to about there. Somewhere near the donut. And that'll be perfect. So Steve-O with a 2-0 lead and breaking next rack, of course. And we'll see the break and we'll have a quick update. Two balls get pushed in. So ball in hand for DJ Redo. And the 8-ball's gone in the break. Quick update. Larry's now 4-1 up against Houdini. Spectre Don's lying in wait for the winner of that match. John Boo, of course, is waiting in a loser coming through. And Linus is waiting in the winner of the match that we're watching right now. And that's overcut. Is he going to get away with it? I think he is. Now, Mark can just feather the right edge, or he can go up and down for the kick. That looks about right. I was just going to the rail too soon. So, second chance for DJ Redo to get off the mark here. That needs to keep running. So, what he really should be doing here is trying to avoid the 7. And he hasn't. And because he hasn't, he's left himself on top of the 5, but I think he can still cut it in. Got to watch the cue ball though. Yeah. Oh, still got to watch it. I think he's going to stay in the table. Now this can go wrong if he overhits this. He's got to just come up to the side pocket on the right hand side. And that'll do it. That's perfect. So, off the mark with this rolling in the 9-ball. Was that the... What ball was that? And was that the 7? I don't know what it was. No, the 7's down here. It was the 6 ball that's gone. Well, he could go for a far-fetched combo here. He could actually play a billiard as well if he wanted. Or he could play the safe, and that'll do. And that's not a bad shot. I mean, there is a gap through that 8 and 3 to at least hit the 1. Oh, the cue ball going to stay in the table. Yeah. Oh, I think Marker, yeah, well, except that, he's not left anything on. This needs some cover. And he might just have got it. He certainly has. Well, if we look at this table, this 1 ball's the crucial ball. Whoever gets it should be getting out for these guys. Although, having said that, with that shot that Mark's just played, he just messed things up slightly. I think the 3 ball still... the 3 ball still goes. It's just that it's a wee bit more cluttered where that's ended up. But he's played a legal shot and he hasn't left anything simple. Oh, well. Now it's got messy. Now we've got the 2 ball on and he's way too straight. I'll tell a lie, I forgot about the 1 ball. I forgot the 1 was over the side and he's trying to get the break out, brushed off the 3 and scratched. You've got to laugh. You've got to laugh. He tried the aggressive shot, which you had to do to try and just open things up, but he's just brushed that 3 ball straight into the corner pocket of it. And I think DJ Reedy was looking to try. He was trying to get the cue ball in behind the 2 there to play the 2-9 combo. I don't think that would have been comfortable. So this is a little test of just moving the cue ball. Now he's got to maybe try and come through the gap or across above the 8 ball here. And he's got through the gap, and that's pretty well done. Unless he doesn't want to be stuck to the rail like that, though. Now it's not quite as simple. Slight things like that suddenly make a table run out a lot more difficult, because then you have to start doing something with the cue ball. And he hasn't. He was only able to stun that and kill it. He couldn't get the draw on it. So the jump shot escape at distance. Well, that's a very well played shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the pot in the 8 ball though. So Steve will better get ready here. And he's played, again, a sensible enough shot, although he's left everything exposed here. The bank is on. All or nothing with the bank. And it just caught the point. And there's enough to run forward off this 8 ball and come out off the rail and down for the 9. You don't want to overhit it though. You don't want to overhit it like this. This is not where you want to be. Anywhere in the middle of the table is where you want it to be. He's overhit that by 3.5 feet. And Larry is now about to play Spectre Dawn, which I think is a hot seat match. In fact, we'll just get confirmation of that now. Mark's got a shot in the 9. Let's just double check. I'm pretty certain it is. Yeah, they're just about to get underway to see who gets to tonight's final. And as soon as this is finished, we'll be nipping in to get that. So Steve will now on the hill. 3-1 in front. 2-ball gets kicked in off the 9. And he's not going to have a shot in the 1 though. But what he will have is an edge of that 1 where he can duck up the table. I think he's got to watch this 5-ball. I don't think that line is that good. I think he's trying to just bump it up the table and keep the cue ball up there. Was that a legal shot? Aye, it was. And he's ended up getting away with it. And now he's going to get the reward with ball in hand. Now, this is a thing I spoke about. I can't remember what tournament it was. Was it 2 weeks ago? Was it? No, tell a lie. It was a league last Saturday. We had 2 players. I think one of them was Spud Boy and one of them was Brain Pull Out, but they both ended up having ball in hand in a rack. And what they didn't do is what you should always do when you get ball in hand is zoom back to the table and have a good look at all the balls that are left on the table and plan your way out. Now, neither of the 2 of them did that, and the reason I say that is because, watch this cue ball, the reason I say that is because they played the wrong ball. Like, instead of playing the 2-ball or whatever was on, they played the 3-ball instead. They never even noticed that the lower ball was still on the table. And both of them done it. And that tells you that they weren't even doing the proper approach to running out a rack. You have to study the table and know exactly where you're going before you move. And that is a sort of basic mistake that any player will make, especially if you've not got your awareness of what's actually sitting on the table. You're going to end up looking a bit of a numpty, as those 2 did last Saturday. So Mark has taken full opportunity here, and he goes through 4 racks to 1. So he's still hanging in there, and he is now going to be playing Linus in a minute. But meanwhile, we're going to get ourselves into this hot seat match. We've got Larry up against Spectre Dawn. We're in the first rack, and it's a scratch match. Now, Spectre Dawn, he's looking at the combo with this 2-3 into the corner. Well, he's going to have to play the cut back in the 2, I think. Cut back into this corner here. Cue ball should have a shot of some description in the 4. But it's all dependent on how he finishes in this 4 as to whether he's going to end up getting anywhere near good in the 5. So he's taking his time about it. Well, that's pretty good because he can end up over the right side here. He can let this cue ball just open out, I think, and play this 5-ball into the same pocket. He should just go off the rail, although I think it doesn't really matter that much because he can just dink this in and still have the shot in the 6. So a little nip back off this 6-ball. Spectre Dawn gets first blood. Now, is his break going to start working immediately? Because if it does, he's going to start running racks. Well, 8 ball's going to go. Something else into the side. Was it the cue ball? No, the cue ball's on the table, is it? Yes, it is. And he's on the 1. And this rack is over. Look at this for a table. And I don't know what happened to Houdini, but it looks as if Houdini's left the building. John Boo has won by forfeit in that match. And as I said a minute ago, if Spectre Don gets his break working, Larry's maybe not going to get too many shots here. So 2-0. Larry's just got to bide his time. But of course, the more obvious thing is that you're more likely that if Larry does get a sniff, he's more than capable of taking that opportunity should he get it. But Spectre Don has got the 3 ball in the break. He's got a shot in the 1. Now, he could get crazy here, and that is the shot, because what he's done there is he's opened everything up. He had to break that 7 ball free. He's kicked the 4 ball out the way, and he's got a shot in the 2 where he can stun the 2 in and hold the cue ball. He's got to dig in though, unless he's just going to let it roll out. And he's judged the pace very well. And this has got 3-0 written all over it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. Admin screwed Houdini again. What the hell is he blasting away in the lobby? I don't see anything. What, did he get disconnected? Is that what it is? Did he get disconnected? Ah. He's certainly not. I don't see him in the lobby. Because I thought you meant he was in the lobby having a rant. Yeah. Aye, Houdini was the one that had he bailed out on the league a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? I forgot about that. Meanwhile, Spectre Don is about to go 3-0. Well, it's now dry. Problem is, again, although it's a dry break, and the cue ball and the 1 ball are free, the first shot is not going to be easy. There's a fair chance, though, that if Larry can pot this one, he's going to bump something and stay at that end of the table for the 2 ball into the side pocket. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Yeah, but the first shot in the 1 was never easy. And that 3 ball is going to need a little nip. Now, how much is going to be taking a lump of this 6 ball? Well, the 2 ball still goes. I think Spectre Don, has he not got it to go forward here? Is he trying to hold it? Or if he's able to hold it, I don't think he can hold it. And that's perfect. Oh, That might not be so perfect. He's caught the back end, but he's actually fouled the 4. So that's gone pear-shaped very rapidly there for Spectre Dawn. Larry's got ball in hand. Can he get out of there? I think he's struggling to get a shot. Yeah, he's struggling to get a shot. That 4 ball, I think it does go up the rail. It will cheat the pocket. No, he's caught the 5. He might have been better to actually just lock the cue ball there, but hindsight's a great rack winner. Hindsight, isn't it? Well, Spectre Dawn's not got anything simple. I mean, he can play the combo with the 4 and the 6 inside. He can try and play a billiard, which I don't think is quite as simple. Or he can cut the 4 into the corner, but either or, none of them are easy and none of them are guaranteed. Well, played the 4, cue ball's running very nicely. This is perfect as long as it stays off the rail. Very well judged for pace. Well, it has to be said, Larry did have a chance, but the mistake was made by catching that 5 ball, and the rest is inevitable. Let's have a quick update here and see how things are doing in this one loss side. We've got John Boo, of course, having gone through with the forfeit. We've got Steve-O 2-0 up against Linus. Linus is getting the last 2 in that match. And Spectre Dawn goes to 4-0. Well, again, it has to be said that tonight I've seen absolutely no evidence of a 3-ball pattern. So you would have to say that he might not have eliminated it, as a couple of the players have said, but we've seen nothing that resembles anything like the 3-ball pattern in any of these breaks tonight, in any of the matches. But Spectre Dawn is going to be 5-0 up here in a minute. Well, I suppose if you look on the bright side in your Larry, at least you're getting a break and a little rest so that you can focus how you're going to win your one loss side match in a minute. Although Spectre Dawn's not exactly played a classic there. Bit of a cut. And it goes. There was a wee glimmer of hope there for Larry with that shot, but it didn't last long. No, anywhere down the bottom end of the table for the shot in the 8-ball. Well, he doesn't want to really go too far inside the 8. This just means he's got to do that wee bit more with the cue ball. Well, the yawning started big time. When you look at how Spectre Dawn plays a lot of these racks in this Friday night 9-ball, you know, you've got to say his prospects are pretty good for the upcoming Virtual 9-ball World Championships. His prospects are very good. You would think that that's the one tournament that he would be one of the strong favourites to win it. I'm thinking about how close he came to in that 10-ball World Championship, that might be the momentum that will give him to carry it on and eventually get that hoodoo off his back. And as it is at the moment, all is looking very good for 6-zip here. Extremely good. I think Larry's had one shot, hasn't he? That shot where he could have played the lock up, but he went for the pot, got it wrong, and that was his one chance that he had there. Well, again, just get yourself up into the table high enough. Right, quick update while he's finishing this off. We've got Steve-O 3-1 up and looking favourite at the moment to be playing John Boot in the next round. Expected on finishing off the rack and will be breaking for the match. Now, to be honest with you, the way it's gone tonight, the fact that we haven't seen any of this 3-ball pattern, I'd be loath to actually tweak much more of this rack, and let in case it goes too much the other way again and ends up doing something silly. Maybe not necessarily the 3-ball pattern, but maybe something else goes funny. I think sometimes you're best to leave well alone. Now that's going to scratch. Well, that's a terrible push out, Larry. That's the worst push out of the night. Push it straight into a hole and give Spectre Dawn ball in hand. Well, that's a track ball mouse shot if ever I've seen one. Spectre Dawn. I think he's trying to nip for cover here. Oh, he's going to leave this on. So the mistake has been made. Although, having said that, Larry's going to have to take his medicine and just drop this in and do nothing else, and leave the cut in the 3. I think he can just dink this in and sort of hang about here for a shot in the 3. Well, he's deciding to put English on it. I don't think he needed to. I think he'd have been better just to drop it in. But as it is, he's still got the same shot I was talking about. But again, trying to be cute and hold the cue ball and focusing on that, he's forgotten about the 3. Maybe if he'd done what I said and just rolled it in that 2-ball into the side, he might have been better. So Larry's had 2 shots, not very distinguished, the visits he's had. So I think he's pretty much resigned himself to defeat here. This is going a bit straight, this 4-ball. I'm sure he could force this in and force the cue ball over to the left. I'm sure he could do that. But he's just drawn down to leave the dodgy cut into the side again. I mean, I wouldn't fancy this at all. This is not my idea of an easy run out. Well, it looks as if that match, and what now? This 5-ball, is it going to come out? Well, it's not. It's not anything easy for Larry. It's a very thin cut or a bank up and down. Take your pick. And he's gone for the bank. He's got it. And how's the cue ball? More to the point, has he got a shot? I don't think he has. that ain't going at that distance. That is very tight. I think he's got to try and duck for cover here. I mean, that will go, that 6-ball, but he's trying to play the combo. And a last chance saloon shot, hoping for the best. And that will be his final shot. Now, we need to have a quick update here because we still haven't had a result in that match, and it's 3 each. With Steve-O and Linus, it's going all the way. Well, Larry might like a comeback, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening in this match. Because this is just a little dink in the 8-ball and a straight in 9 or 7-0. And Spectre Dawn through to the final again. We're going to have to dash out of this room. We're going to have to dash in. We'll give him that result there. We're going to have to get in here and see if we can catch the end of this. And there's the result confirmed. So Linus at the table. And Linus getting last 2. He's got no shot in the 3 though. But he's got a good opportunity to put Steve-O in trouble here. If he plays wisely. Is he going to open that up? I think he's gone too far. So here's your chance. Albeit not a simple one. He's got a slight angle in the 3. The 4-ball's just in an awkward spot. It's in an awkward spot to get to this 4-ball. It's got even more awkward. A dodgy cut. He's got to watch the cue ball as well. And that's very well done. Again, the problem is seeing the 5. And that ain't going to do him any good. He's got an edge. Just a very thin edge. Try to come back down the table here and use these balls for cover. But he needed a bit of right English on that, I think, to do that. He just ended up going straight. So all he's done is left the shot on for Linus. So he's got the 5, the 6, and the 7 to negotiate. And then finally that 8-ball for the match. Now again, you've got a choice of what you do here. If you go forward, you probably can come out the back end of the 8 and play it down into the corner. If you stun it in like that and hold the cue ball, you've got a straight in 8 for the match. So well done to Linus. Well, Mark hasn't been in Friday Night 9-ball for a long, long time. But he's had a decent run tonight. And if we look, he has ended up in the money. So he hasn't come out with a profit though, because it cost him 150 to get in it. And he's come out with 135, I think that says. Or is it 125? So he's not come out with a profit, but he's had a decent run this week. So Linus is now through to play John Boo, and the winner of that match will then play Larry. So once that gets up and running, we'll head in and I'll head to the bathroom for a break. So let's go in there. And they're just about to lag off. We've got John Boo on the right-hand side and Linus on the left. Linus is getting the last 2. And I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back. What have I missed? We're still in the first rack. Linus getting last two. Little dink back. At least he just hold this cue ball. He's just overdone it a wee bit. Just a wee bit too much. And because he's overdone it a wee bit too much, he just has to do a bit more with his next shot just to get good on this 7 ball. This is why things start going out of line. But he's recovered it very well, and now he's back on top. Just a little stun in the 7, a little nip back for the 8 ball into the side. So, of course, Spectre Don now can get a coffee or whatever he wants. He's got an interlude, as he generally always has, most weeks in Friday Night 9 Ball. He's going to have that interlude while this match is resolved. And then whoever wins this is going to have to overcome Larry. So, no doubt that whoever Larry does face is going to be giving away a dangerous handicap one way or another. But Larry, of course, will be looking to get a second go at Spectre Dawn, having been butchered in that hot seat match. Well, that wasn't exactly the best shot that John Bush played. He tried to push that beyond the side pocket, down towards the 3 there, but didn't get there. So Linus now again has a very good table to get his second rack in the board here. That just needs to keep running. Ideally, would have liked to take this into the side. He still can. Just nip it in. And this is just a little stun in and a stopper, I think, because he can cut that 7 in with a bit of spin if he wants. Or, if he just takes his medicine and drops it in, he can leave the cut in the 8. It depends how brave he is. I mean, if he wants to, he can cut it in and run the cue ball. And that's what he's going to do. But it hasn't got the legs. He hasn't got it running. So, John Boo better get ready here. Is there any English 8-ball tourneys? Now, you're talking about... I don't know whether you're talking about a 8-ball pub. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, there's definitely tourneys like that on. I don't stream any of them, though. I only do Friday Night 9 Ball. Well, I think he had a go at the combo now. Oh no, he didn't. He was playing a push out. Dry break. I don't know when those type of tourneys are in the schedule, though. I think there's a black ball tourney. I don't know whether there's any of that international 8-ball. Whether there's any of those tourneys set. I haven't noticed any. And in goes the 9. So John Boo gets off the mark. Because that's another. In fact, there was almost a 3-ball pattern there, but they all get bumped. That's as close as we came to a 3-ball pattern, but the break again retrieved the situation there. I think that I think black ball's another one that's the pipeline. All of these tourneys are running over on top of each other now. These virtual world championships. Well, Friday night 9 balls on pretty much most weeks apart from last week, because there wasn't really that many in the field. That's probably not a bad finish either. I mean, you could be crazy and try and blast that in with a cut and start bumping into stuff, but you could also duck for cover here. No, he's gone for the bank, but he hasn't hit it enough. If you're going to go for the bank, you've got to get the cue ball right out of there to have a shot in the 3. And he's left himself with nothing. And that wasn't exactly the best safety shot you're going to see tonight either. That's given John Boot a good, easy start here. Now, you've got to nip across the table once or twice here, but not bump into the 6. And no, without me being able to finish the sentence, he does that straight off the bat. You had to avoid bumping into the 6. And that cue ball's going south, and that's a total disaster from John Boot. Everything went wrong there. And so Linus has been let off the hook. And with ball in hand, all he has to do is make sure he's out in the table. He's got a fairly straight in 7 ball. He doesn't want to be running around the corner and hook himself behind the 9. So he wants to leave that well short. And now a fairly straight in 8 ball to get to the hill. Big blunder there from John Boot. And now his back's to the wall. Six ball goes in. And also a cut in the 1. And the cue ball is going to be heading in the right direction to nip across and avoid the 4 and leave yourself a shot in the 2. And he's just got there and no more. So now again he's got to avoid the bump in the 7. He wants to come up inside the 7 and then not hook himself behind the 9 and leave that 3 into the side. So now 3 into the side. Make sure you're missing the 4 ball on the way up. Hit the short rail and come back up. But has he hit it? Yes, he has. So now Linus once again getting last 2. So a straight in 5 ball is going to be a long straight in 7. But he needs a slight angle of any description where he can get half decent on this 8 ball. And he'll be able to do that because he's got a slight off angle pot in the 7. And he will be breaking for the match. Tell a lie. What am I talking about breaking for the match? He was already 3-1 up. My bad. So Linus goes through. And he's going to be set up against Larry in a minute. So that is it. What time are we at? We're at 2¼ hours for the tournament so far tonight. We've got Larry just about to line up against Linus. We've got Spectre Dawn lying in wait in the final. And we've got Larry baying for blood here. He's out for vengeance tonight. After that humiliation he had in that hot seat match, a 7-0 win for Spectre Dawn. Larry did not exactly conduct himself that great because he had 2 or 3 shots and most of them were blunders. So he'll be looking to redeem himself if he gets there, but he's got to overcome Linus. And Larry's already in. Right, Mark, well done this week. Good night to you. He had a decent enough run. He just didn't come out with a profit. It cost you, what, $15 to play tonight. So, the lag for the break, and, well, this is very, very dangerous for Larry. Linus is getting a 5-ball, and if Larry makes any sort of mistake here, he's going to be doomed. Larry's won the lag. I think a couple of balls in the break, but he's got no real comfortable shot in the one. I mean, it's a thin cut, this one, across the table. Cue balls running all over the place. So he's ducking for cover. Didn't want to hit the point, but actually hitting the point's done him a big favour, and it's ended up pretty good. He'll take that. Oh, is there an edge showing? No, there isn't. So, Linus looking for the kick. I don't know that that's the line, is it? Aye, it is. He maybe spun it a bit. But he's not got a lucky roll. So here we are, straight off the bat. Larry's got a table that if he can get comfortable on this 2-ball, then he should be home and dry. I don't think that's it. That is not it. And I wouldn't describe that as being comfortable. That, in fact, if anything, it's uncomfortable. It goes to either pocket, top left or right, and neither of them are easy. And straight away, Larry's having to dig deep to keep this visit together. And another one, again, holding the cue ball off this 3-ball. Going to the rail. And that's what happens, you know, you go to the well and suddenly there ain't any more water in it. You've got to keep digging out shots and digging out shots. And this is the danger of the 5-ball. Now, admittedly, Linus has not got himself in a great position here. He's going to have to work the cue ball a bit unless he leaves this at distance in an awkward cut. And he's leaving it distance, and it's an awkward cut. This is not what you want. But this for first rack in the board. Now, he hasn't got away with it, and Larry's going to escape here. Bit of a sigh of relief for Larry, I might have heard there. No, I don't think anything went. Try break. No shot in the one though for Linus. He's caught. He could only get the outside edge of that 1-ball, and just really brought it down into the table. Didn't really judge the safety, and Larry's had a blast, and he's had a semi-pro tonight with that shot. I don't know that. I think he might have tried to break the 2 and 3 there with that, but it ended up going pear-shaped very rapidly. Is that the 2 and 3? No, that's the 3 and 4, not the 2 and 3. It's the 3 and 4. Well, going that way, you're always going to run into trouble. And Linus has got himself in a proper hole here. But he's got the hit. How's his luck? Well, I mean, the shot is there. It could have been easier than this. Larry's going to have to make sure he comes down this right side. Doesn't want to finish on top of the 4. He wants to hit this half ball, and he hasn't. Anything half ball there, that would have opened up fine for a pot. And now it's a crazy thin cut. Cue ball running loose. Getting a bump to 5 and hoping he has a shot to follow, and he does. Always just riding your luck there when you start running the cue ball loose. Now this needs to miss a bump here, or bump it like that. That'll do it. Because if it had missed the 8 ball, he would have had that 6 ball into the left side pocket. But now he's good to go. Oh, he's just overcooked it though. He's overcooked it big time. And now suddenly it's become difficult. Just get into the cue ball a bit too much. And that's not going to cut. So, well, I suppose the only sort of thing that favours Larry here is that he has to pot the 2 of them because his 5 ball's gone. And this 9 ball, dead weight drop. And it's 1 apiece. Larry just left himself too much juice in that cue ball, overdone it, and then left that blind cut in the 7. And they're always dodgy shots. A little 1-8 combo. Is that 1 ball still in play? Oh, it's thin. Really thin. Now that's going to come up nice, I think. Well, if it hadn't ran into the 2, it would have actually been perfect. Well, he's got the 2 into the side, and the 3 ball. Well, the cue ball's going to be heading in the right direction of the 3. But this is tricky. And he sent it to the jaw. And the cue ball was going to land on top of the 3 anyway, so Larry's struggling a wee bit. He's just struggling to get good control and shape with the cue ball. Well, Linus wants to go to the middle of the table, but if he does, he's got to bump that 7 or go above it and stay well out of its way so that he doesn't hook himself here. And he's going to end up with the same problem Larry's had, more or less. He's got a cutback, not quite as difficult. And again, just got to get a hold of the cue ball. And now he's in no man's land. Again, cut up into the corner. Oh, now he's brushed the 9. I'll tell a lie, I only needed a 5 ball. What am I talking about? I forgot about the handicap again. So, Linus with the 2-1 lead, that might be dry. And it's dry, but he hasn't left anything simple for Larry. I mean, he could go to cut this across. I mean, the cutback's on. But Larry's looking for cover. And that's going to scratch. And that's a disaster. And it's going from bad to worse. It's going from bad to worse. And look at the table. Ball in hand. Doesn't want to overdo it and hook himself behind this 8 ball if he's going to be drawn off this 1. Because it could go wrong straight off the bat here. It could go wrong straight off the bat, and he's well away from that. That was well done. So, 3 ball out in the open, 4 ball out in the open, 5 ball out in the open, It's got to be 3-1 here. So the little slight cut back angle in this 3 is very handy because it gets the cue ball out into the table. And, well, if he draws and bumps the 6, I don't think it'll do him any harm, but he's come across the other side to the shorter side of the 5. And it goes. And now Larry's in last chance saloon territory. Linus breaks. I think it is dry. Now this time, Larry's got a shot in the 1, but look at the 2 ball. The 2 ball's absolutely dead in the water. He's got to get Linus in trouble here, and that's not great. In fact, if anything, and if Linus gets this right, he could have Larry in trouble, but he's got to get covered behind that 4 ball or the 8 ball, one of the 2, and I don't know that he's done it. He hasn't. Larry can get the 2. So now Larry should be in control here for this rack. Again, the main objective with this 5 ball is get high enough into the table on the 6. You can't be leaving yourself short in this 6 ball. Got to get high enough like that. Even if he's away up there, it still gives him a lot of opportunity to manoeuvre this cue ball. He might have overdone it a wee bit, but I'd much rather I was there myself than now. He doesn't want to bump the knuckle. And that is perfect. Nice little angle in the 7. So he can dink up table for the 8 ball into the same pocket. Oh, he's got to hit it though. Got to hit it. Now you see, that's under hit. That should have been here. He's under hit that by a foot, and suddenly it's got a wee bit fiddly. Well, panic over. And now he needs the break to work. Back to within 1. Got to get a break that works here. And nothing's going. The break's dry. 3 balls hanging over the top right. 1 ball can certainly be potted. And so can the 2 ball. In fact, this might be a 2-in-1 shot. He might go for the pot in the 2 and actually run into that 3. But he's played it soft enough. So now the alarm bell should be ringing for Larry. Linus on the 3. The 4 is very handy. Now he's got to make a decision here because he can't play the 5 up the table unless he's playing some sort of far-fetched long combo in the 9. If he rolls the 4 in and rolls through far enough, he can either get the 5 into the other side pocket, but now he's in no man's land. That's neither here nor there. He's looking for a line for the bank, and it might just be there, or he's looking for the combo. Oh, dearie me, he's caught the 7, and it's the cue ball's nudged the 9, and in goes the 9. That was not planned, but it's taken Larry down, and Linus is now through to the final. And Linus is going to be getting a handful in this handicap. And of course, Linus is also out for revenge because Spectre Dawn sent Linus to the 1 loss side when Linus was getting 7 and out, and that's what he'll be getting in the final as well. So it's revenge time. So no doubt that Spectre Dawn's going to be hot favourite. So it's now just gone on to 9:30, 2.5 hours, and that is pretty good going, considering there was 15 in the tournament. So here we are at the final. Linus is in, Spectre Dawn's arrived. It is 7 and out for Linus, and we'll have the lag for the break. So Spectre Dawn won the lag, breaks off, but I think he has come up dry. So, well, I would say, I mean, it's a chance for Linus, but I don't think that 3-ball sitting very helpful. It doesn't go. It obviously goes into that other corner from the very short side here, but I think that's unlikely. And he's got himself bolt straight on the 2 and trying to pinch a bit. He's missed the 2. So Spectre Dawn has got a big problem here. I don't think that the 2 doesn't go. The 3-ball's not sitting good. He's played the combo, knocked the 5 in. If we look further ahead, even if he got to this 3-ball and took that out, it's going to have to be another sort of, well, 4 balls locked away behind the 6, so everything's tough. He can play for a bump in the 4-ball here to get it out. He hasn't done that. Maybe he was a bit straight. But now he's going to manufacture a possible combo on this 8, which it looks as if is what he's doing. Now, I think he's got to try and get a full shot on this 4-ball if he's going to play the safety and punch the 4-ball around the table. You know, you want to be able to get sort of there to do that, but that's a tight space, and he's not going to be doing that. Well, he hasn't set up a dead set combo, but what he has done is he's brought that 4-ball into play for the bank. Yeah. So a mistake from Spectre Dawn. And just the 6 and this 7-ball to follow. And he's running forward and needs to keep running, and that will do. So the mistake was made, and Linus has pounced on it. So he's off and running. Long way to go though. And that's dry. No, the 5-ball I think went in, or was it the 3-ball? 3-ball's getting in at the last breath. He's hooked, I think, on the 1. Going to try and jump this. Well, he's got away with it in a way. He's not left anything easy. But no Spectre Dawn. He could try. I don't know whether he can skim off this 1 and miss the 6 and try and drop into the top right-hand corner there where the 2-ball is. Obviously not. Well, there's just a little edge. Is this going to run up behind the 8? Oh, it just done it to the legs. If it had another 3 or 4 inches running there, it'd have been good. Well, this is the crucial one. Got to come down the left side. Can't really go down the right side, I don't think, with this. Because he's then trifling with the 7 ball. And that's pretty well done. Well, Linus is going to have to work really hard to get to 9. Even with 7 and out, he's going to have to work really hard. Provided he gets enough opportunities, though. That might not be the case. Spectre Don's going to tie it up at 1 apiece. Now again, if he can get that break starting to work, he can waltz away with this match. Well, I think that's 2 in a row now. Right. Well, we've seen a lot of breaks tonight. And obviously the matches that I've looked in on. And we've not seen the 3 ball pattern once. Well, I don't know that was according to plan there for Linus. But it's worked out, I think. Well, I thought he'd covered that. He's obviously left enough of it because Spectre Don's cut it into the side. And it's going to have to be a 3-4 combo. Well, this is absolutely bolt straight, dead set, this 3-4. I never even noticed Stubb was in the room there. So a reminder for anybody who's still watching, I don't know how many still watching. Well, it's showing 6 in YouTube. Well, there's only 5 in YouTube because it's 5 plus 1, which is me. Don't forget, we've got week 10 of the Winter 9-Ball League. And that's tomorrow at 5 PM GMT. Which is 1 PM Eastern, because the US are an hour closer to us at the moment. 1 PM Eastern Standard Time. I just get too much angle in this 8 ball. You try to hold off the cue ball just to kill it, which is done very easily, very controlled. And he has the lead. This is heading to be dry again. Oh, I mean, look at the table, and of course, poor Linus doesn't have a simple shot in the 1 ball. Well, I don't know what he was thinking there, but it's certainly safe. But he was more than likely, well, in fact, he might not be in so much trouble either because he can get through the gap to hit that 1 ball. But how can he get the cue ball away, though? That's the question. He's going to try and kick it in. He hasn't got there. And that is what you don't want to be doing, giving ball in hand away to Spectre Dawn. Now let's have a look at this 6 ball, because I think that 6 ball is nailed. It is, I think you could describe that as frozen to the rail. It doesn't look it, but it is. It is. It's actually under the ridge there. That's about as close as frozen as you'll see, I think. Give or take a 0.5 millimetre. So he's got to get good on that 6 ball to make it comfortable. He certainly doesn't want to be playing it down past this side pocket from this end. Or from that end where he is. He wants to come right down into the table. And that bump on the 7 ball will mean that he's got a straight in 6, but that's the problem, he's dead straight. But again, he's just overhit it slightly, but it's pretty good from where he was to judge that drawback to get on the 7. Already it's looking a wee bit ominous here for Linus. The only thing that hasn't worked good so far at the moment is Spectre Dawn's break. But if it does start to kick in, he's gone. He's away into the distance. Linus, I think, is going to have to kick at this. I don't think you can see much of it. Yeah. How's his luck? Pretty good. Full ball snooker. And there's no way he's jumping over that 7 ball. At least I don't think he can. Just got to get the spin onto the rail and kick in behind this 3 ball. And he's missed the 5. Well, it could have finished easier than this. One of those blind cuts again that catches Linus out. That 6 ball is encroaching in that pocket. Believe it or not, the 3 ball actually does go, but it's far easier to play the safety like that than it would be to go for a really, really difficult pot. And he's got pretty much most of it covered. Linus used the jump cue to escape, but he hasn't got the 3 ball safe. So once again, with this sort of table, and if Spectrodon gets comfortable on this 4 to get to the 5, the gap will widen. Well, he's quite happy leaving the cut up the table. No doubt about it. Bit straight in the 6 now though, but again, loads of room to work this cue ball out. In fact, he could pinch an angle, so never a doubt. Well, the 8 ball's tight, but not frozen. And it's managed to hold the line. And suddenly, it's now going to be 4 racks to 1. And also, it looks a lot more tough for Linus to be getting to that 7 ball. Well, Spectrodon's break is dry again. Oh, good start for Linus. Now he just needs to roll the 2 in, go to the rail. He's going to have to try and stay above that 4 ball, I think. Well, he hasn't got out far enough though. Again, he's left it awkward. It's a blind pocket cut. Coldest Pillow says, I'm watching. You're watching John Candy. Well, what are you watching him in? Uncle Buck or Planes, Trains and Automobiles? That's a funny film with a pair of them in it. Well, Linus gets his 2nd rack in the board, but immediately comes up dry in the break. Spectrodon's got a long distance, thin cut in the 1. Cue ball should be going back into the open space, and as long as he keeps it somewhere central, he'll have a shot in the 2. But that 1 ball was not a gimme. He might have also got away with it, and he certainly has. Well, he's going to have to spin this cue ball to get to the 1, I think. He has done, but the cue ball's gone south. So ball in hand now for Spectre Dawn. And it should be, by the end of this visit, back to a 3-rack lead. Well, it's going to be a bit of a test because ball in hand and the 1 is fine. It's dealing with the position from the 5 to the 6 that's going to be the problem. Well, that looks pretty good. So, here's the crucial shot coming up. Is he going to go to the inside rail to play the cut in this 6 ball, or is he going to try and get a hit on it? Well, he's actually in between here. I think he's just going to come straight back. And that's perfect. Oh, good evening to Popman. Well, I'm glad it is because I'm going downhill rapidly here. The eyes have gone. Half of me's asleep. And the other half would like to join it. Oh dear. Well, we managed to get 15 into the tournament tonight, and it has gone quick because we're not even, at 10 o'clock? We're not even 3 hours yet. We're going to be over 3 hours, there's no doubt about that, but it's still a very quick tournament for 15 players been in it. So Spectre Dawn with the 3-rack lead. 5-2 up, but once again I think he's caught dry. He's had his fair share of dry breaks tonight, Spectre Dawn. And look at this sort of isolated area, all of this empty space. Linus has a chance. That needs to keep going, that cue ball. Oh, he's maybe showing a wee bit signs of wear and tear, even though we're still short of 3 hours. But that's a big miss from Linus. And this is just food and drink for Spectre Dawn, this table. All the room in the world here. He's going a bit straight again in this 7 ball. Needs to keep going. Well, bedhead territory. But loads of room to go on to 9. And that's perfect. Gap now goes to 4. Long road back already for Linus. Again, I don't think Linus has ever been a regular Friday night 9-ball player as far as I can recollect, so he chose to go in it tonight, and regardless of what happens, he's going to come out with a healthy profit for his entry to the tournament tonight. So that's the sole objective. You go into the Friday night 9-ball, you come out in a plus in terms of getting in the money, then you know it's a positive outcome. You might not win it, but always better to come out with more money than you had when you went in it. Well, Linus has got the cover. There's enough room to be jumping over that 5-ball. Yeah, Linus says he's getting tired. Well, that's the thing when you're in these tournaments and you've got match after match. It's, you know, it might not be real life, but there's still an awful lot of concentration involved, trying to stay focused. I mean, if I was in this tournament and I'd lasted to this stage, I'd be out. I'm semi-conscious right now, and I'm just watching the damn thing. My body clock's gone to bed an hour and a half ago. Jump again. Well, that's why I keep. I always have my club card. Well, it's a colleague card, not a club card. Members of staff of the colleague card, which obviously gives us our discount when we do a show, as well as we get our club card points and stuff on it. But I have that in my uniform jacket, so that when I go for my break, I've got my card there handy. What I've got to remember is if I'm on my day off, and I've done this more than once, if I leave it in my jacket and then I decide I'm going to go out shopping and do the week's shopping, it's not the first time I've done the week's shopping and left the bloody card in my jacket, and I don't get my discount. So we've got Spectre Dawn 6-2 up in this race to 9 Friday night 9-ball final. Spectre Dawn going for his umpteenth win, because we've given up counting them. I think Linus is going to end up with a pretty safe shot here. I'll tell you something. If she get found out that she did that, she would get sacked on the spot. That'd be gross misconduct doing that. Tell you that straight away. Well, again, not a bad little safety from Linus. He's just trying to hang in there. Well, Spectre Dawn's got the hit. So, Linus could try and retrieve at least one rack here. So, the 5, again, didn't want to run into that 6. Now it's suddenly it's suddenly get really difficult. One shot has made it really difficult. I mean, I can eat lasagna, but I wouldn't go out my way to make a habit of it, if you know what I mean. Well, that's an excellent cut. That's very well done. But you're going to have to dig out another one. Again, this is just right in the middle of no man's land, this 7-ball. And either way, there's a possible scratch on, I think. Yeah, just one cut too many for Linus. Now, you've got to remember as well, I think Linus is in Finland or Sweden. Yeah, he's in Sweden, so he's an hour in front of me. So it's already just gone 11 PM where he is. But I think the pain will be over all too soon. I don't think he'll have to hang around much longer. Spectre Dawn now 7-2 in front. Who are all these people in this room? Oops. Right, well, this time it was Linus's turn. Sorry. Oh no, tell a lie. Spectre Dawn did get a ball in the break, but it was a money ball, and it comes back up. Good evening to Hazad. Now remember, you've got to remember, Hazad, that in China, the afternoon session in China is about 8 o'clock in the morning our time. And if you want to get the evening session, it's about 11:30 in the morning. How many racks? I think it's, is it the first to 19 or something? Hang on a minute. 24. It is the first to 19 in the winner's side, race to 13 in the one-loss side, race to 25 in the final. I don't know what happened in the snooker of the day, because obviously I was at work, so I haven't seen anything. I don't know who won or whatever. I know that I saw Ronnie O'Sullivan getting beat, and I don't know why. I don't know why he played that that black ball along the cushion. Was it the black ball that he played along the cushion? That he could have just have rolled it in or something. I can't remember, but that was the fatal move. That's how he ended up losing the match. Meanwhile, Linus is a couple of balls away from getting another right in the board here. And he is. So is that what's on tomorrow morning? Or well, it probably will be. It should be easy enough to get coverage of the Ding match, because that Yoku channel, it'll have it live, because so as long as there's a Chinese player in the tournament, they'll stream it. So you can get it on that Japanese Yoku channel. Or is it might not be Japanese, it might be Chinese. I'm not even bloody sure whether they're Chinese or Japanese. Well, the reason Robertson hasn't won more is you've got players like bloody Mark Williams, and you know, the standard's so difficult. You've got Mark Allen, you've got obviously Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins. And Spectre Dawn approaching the hill, which no doubt he's going to get to. So again, final reminder, if you can, join us for week 10 of the Winter 9-Ball League tomorrow. That starts at 5 PM Greenwich Mean Time. It starts at 1 PM Eastern. And then, of course, the other thing to be aware of is Wednesday at 10 PM GMT. That is when the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship goes live. The bracket will be up. So Spectre Dawn breaking for the match, and the 3 ball has gone in. The 1 ball's going nowhere, I think. I think he's going to just be able to play a push out. Well, you know what they say. You might end up getting what you wish for. You might live to regret it. Oh, you want semi-pro. You see what happened to him tonight. I mean, if you start getting a few racks, and he's making the odd mistake, he'll start throwing the toys out the pram, like he did tonight, and then he'll lose the plot. So Linus going to have to jump to get to this 6 ball. That shouldn't be a problem. What's going to be the problem is It's whether he's going to have a shot in the 7, and I wouldn't suggest that that is it. There's nothing set as a combo. I don't know whether he can. No, it's too tight to the 9. I don't know whether he can smack that and it'll go in off the 9. I don't know. No, he's trying to actually cut it clean. And probably will settle for that as an end result. Well, it's another win for Spectre Dawn. So well done to him. Well done to Linus as well. That's a good performance for getting this far. So you've come out with profit, more money than what you had when you went in. And it's been a quick tournament, just 3 hours and like 12 minutes or something. So not a bad end to the night. So that is it, folks. I will bid you good night. And we'll see you tomorrow. Remember, if you can't be there, if you want to catch up with the league, we'll be jumping in and out of matches. You will be able to see it on my YouTube channel. It'll be there, as will this. So take care and good night.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.